correct? This is News Gang. We're coming in now, and I just want to get a very quick reaction before we take a break. Francis, so Kenya Kwanza now has, the leadership of both houses, the National Assembly and the Senate. Absolutely, and no surprise at all, because when you look at the numbers, it was easy to tell how this outcome will eventually end. Of course, we were denied as a country that contest that had been framed as the Kalonzo Musyoka versus Emerson Kingi contest in the Senate, with the withdrawal of Kalonzo Musyoka and the walkout by the Azimio la Umoja senators. So you would say it was a clean sweep for Kingi in the National Assembly. And so even in the Senate, and even in the National Assembly, we've seen that contest between Kenneth Marende and Moses Wetangula for the Speaker's job. Of course, Wetangula clinching it with quite a majority, though he didn't get the 2/3 majority, but Marende opting not to go for the second round. Of course, we've seen the same thing happening for the Farah Maalim versus Gladys Bosholei contest. So basically, put it this way, the Kenya Kwanza team has managed to get the Speaker slots in the two houses, as well as the Deputy Speaker slots in the two houses. So say a complete takeover by Kenya Kwanza in the two chambers of Parliament. Yeah, Linus?
Correct. It's an effective seizure of the Houses of Parliament and effectively sealing a great week for Kenya Kwanza. On Monday, the Supreme Court did confirm or affirm the result of the August 9th presidential poll, and that declared Deputy President William Ruto president-elect. And now with the control of Parliament, basically the party begins for Kenya Kwanza, and the steps to power have been completed and will be completed next week on Tuesday when the new president is sworn in. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, those events are happening there. Francis, just one line. She takes an oath as Deputy Speaker? Yes, she does. Yeah. First of all, she's being introduced to the Speaker of the National Assembly. You see, the standing orders don't make assumptions. Yeah. So the Speaker is blind to who she is until she is formally introduced. This is the person who has been elected, and so she has to be sworn in as the Deputy Speaker. Right. And of course, in the absence of the Speaker, it is the Deputy Speaker who presides over House operations, as well as the Speaker's panel. And so this is quite an important position in the National Assembly, and obviously a great reward for Gladys Bosholei. We've seen her, play a pivotal role in the Kenya Kwanza activities, and so this is, you'd call it a reward. And for her, she becomes the second lady to occupy that position in the not so long. Margaret Kamar. Margaret Kamar was in the Senate. Yes. And you remember Dr. Joyce Laboso was the late was the Deputy Speaker in the National Assembly. Correct. So following in their footsteps, of course the gender question coming up in the composition of the top echelons of leadership in the National Assembly and the Senate. And now that you mentioned that, of course there was that promise by President-elect William Ruto on women and leadership, promising 50-50. We'll see now what this portends for that next week after he is sworn in. So this is what's happening at the House. We just want to listen to this very briefly, and then we take a short break, and then News Gang returns right after, and we get deeper into the conversations.